issue. It's the last day of the season, bro.
This is the thing.
What are they gonna accept? They're only gonna accept a bid, yeah. That's gonna give them enough money to go and buy someone straight away, blood. Do you know what I mean? So you ain't getting him for less than 50 million. You can't. I can't
50?
see it.
Nah,
bro. They don't need to sell, bro. They've got money.
His contract's running out, so it's like how
long has he got on his contract?
Same as Telemans. 2023.
Oh, 1 year. All right. Yeah, well, you might be able to get him for like a little 25 then, innit?
That's the thing. But 25 million, we heard we weren't on paying that for Telemans. And obviously you're kind of right, because they're gonna, if I'm them, I'm gonna leverage it. Apparently our first bid's been rejected. I'll sit there and say, you lot are desperate. It's almost like Douglas Luiz or nothing. Like obviously Arsenal probably have other targets, but it seems like Douglas Luiz or nothing. So we're gonna have to give him something. Apparently it was 15-18 million initial bid. Hopefully 20 million takes it over there, really. I'll have him, man. You know, I don't think he's perfect, but I'll have him, man. He's a decent little player. We could do a lot worse. Obviously, he's Brazilian. He's decent at set pieces, as he showed. We're set piece FC, 24 years of age. I think that's the sort of squad players we need to be aiming to have and things like that, really. And obviously, with the injuries we've got, can't lie, if we sign him, for me, I'm starting him at Old Trafford on Sunday. I cannot lie to you.
Yeah, well, you have to, because man can't be turning up with Sammy Lokonga, bro, to the theatre, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out Lokonga. He did all right yesterday.
Lokonga, there. Listen, I seen that he's a timid youth, lad. I seen him at the lunch table and that, bro. He's a timid youth, lad. Don't think I watched the documentary, bruv. You don't want to see Casemiro, bruv. Like, you need to just like stay out of this, big man. You know, like that.
Xhaka just needs to hold his hand through that game, man. I'm nervous.
Hey, bruv, listen. It's one of them ones where, bruv,
Lokonga's at 8, what? If Lokonga's at 8, let's shut down football, man. I'm not having that. Someone said Lokonga's at 8. I would love to be proven wrong and for him to come out and become an 8. The man's a 6 or nothing. He could be an 8. That's not the 8 I want to see, man. I like Sammy, but lock down the 6 role first. You struggle to pass the ball forward, really. Like, obviously, you've had a couple wavy passes yesterday, but you can't do that out of 10 times, doing that 9 times, see it, do it. So you're not an 8 for me. You're not an 8. Like, you're not. So I don't know where that shout's coming from. That's terrible, man.
Nah, he's not that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Man, are saying Memphis is in talks with Chelsea. But, bro, that Romero been chatting shit. Nothing he said has come true yet, blood. He told us that De Jong was going Chelsea, is going Man United, and that it's going to be hot, bro. Nothing's happened, bro. The guy's a waffler. Do you know what I mean? Serial waffler. And if Chelsea have agreed terms for Aubameyang, they're not going to sign Aubameyang and Memphis.
Like, the way they're moving, I don't know what these men are.
No, but that doesn't make sense to me, though.
It don't, but Chelsea are on anything, man.
Yeah, I know. I hear that, but that don't make sense to me. Do you know what I mean?
Too many players. Unless
these man bidded for the Ajax, brother. They bidded for the Ajax, brother. Man are saying they wanted to try cop Sangare as well. These men are just throwing money everywhere. It's not making no sense.
Yeah, it's fugazi still.
And to say that Lokonga did well yesterday, bruv, you played one of the shittest teams in the league, bro. If Aston Villa are not bottom, they're thereabouts. Bro, didn't they even lose to Fulham, bruv?
Well, Gerrard could very well be the next guy to get sacked between him and Rodgers.
Yeah, they lost to Bournemouth, bro. They lost to fucking Bournemouth, bro. They're awful. Like, yesterday, they offered nothing. Like, I knew the only way they were scoring yesterday was from a set piece. They have nothing. They have nothing in it. So, it's one of them ones where judging him against that team there, that doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean?
Play what's in front of me, you're right. But it's like with Lokonga, I know where you're at this moment in time. Like, obviously, when El Nene got injured against Fulham, in the build-up to that, I said I'd rather go with El Nene, not because I'd rather Lokonga play because he's going to be here a longer term and all of that jazz. But in our quest to get top 4, I'd rather go for El Nene in that moment because I know I'm going to get a 5 or a 6. I know Lokonga might be 20 million out of 10 or he might be 3 out of 10. It's that consistency. With Lokonga, I don't think he'll ever be amazing. I just feel mentally there's just a lot of things there. And I think he's got like you said with the document, I think he's got to forgive himself for mistakes. And on the pitch, just look over your shoulders, bro. As a midfielder, if you don't do that, you're in problems, man. And
100%. But that's the basics. That's the basics. Man have to scan the pitch, bro. Like, that's basics, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So if man is not even doing the basics, then it's a worry, fam. It's a worry. I'll be completely honest, man. But the Douglas Luiz, I say it's 20 million. That's what I mean. Personal terms will never be an issue, blood. But are Arsenal going to pay the 20 million? You would think they are.
Because who else is playing, blood? They have to, fam. Like, it's that or nothing now. We've been linked with Neves, Paqueta, Telemans, this guy, that guy, the third guy. It seems like it's it now. And obviously, Arteta's crossed paths with him at City. He's Brazilian and that. I do think it's one of them where you got a list of 10 players. Respectfully to Luiz, he's down there. Get it done, or there's nothing. Our season's going to fall apart with these injuries, really. If we have a plan and it's contingent on nobody getting injured, then it's not a good plan in the Premier League, really. Like, everyone's going to cope with injuries and have them. And we are going through it now already. Even after the game, I hope they're doing all right. But Ramsdale with his hamstring, I don't know why Ben White came off. Obviously, Odegaard had his ankle taped up to go with El Nene and Partey. So shit is getting real very quickly. We've had a perfect August, but September, October is fugazi. We have to get with this really quickly.
Bruv, and your October is tense anyway.
Man, it's techie, bro. And even with the squad depth, it's techie.
It is, and that's what I mean, bro. Like, man started well, but bro, like, you can't count your chickens, fam. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is,
there's over 30 games left, bro.
100%. And the thing is, you man ain't really faced any real adversity, bruv. Like what? Like coming back against Fulham. That's about it. That's
literally what I've been saying on my channel. It's like, obviously you can only play with what's in front of you. There are adversities, but we need to know that that's there at the Etihad, at Old Trafford, at Anfield. Yeah, cool. It was at Crystal Palace, but them sort of things there. So we're gonna have to keep going. And I think as good as we've been in the last 5 games, the only perfect performance with Bournemouth, which again Bournemouth couldn't do anything to us. I think we were probably. Our backs were against the wall a bit too much against Palace. Fulham and Villa, who we've just played, the game should have been done in the first half. Anytime you don't do that, you face a risk. Now, fortunately, we won those games, but how many times have you seen, Arsenal and Aston Villa probably draw a game like that despite all the dominance, or lose to Fulham? So I do like the reactions to setbacks, but there's a lot of improvements, and I don't feel some fans are actually listening to what Mikel Arteta is saying, because he's saying all of these things. Like, we're not going to win every game and be amazing, but what I do like is we're going to have our time. When we've seen you lot drop points, Chelsea drop points, etc., and we take advantage, we're giving ourselves a somewhat sort of floor to fall upon. And that's what it came down to last season, really. There's still a lot I need to see. Still a lot.
No, 100%. So far, so good. And that's what I mean. The injuries are topping up, bro. And when you look at your best players, bro, like the distance between your best players and the people that replace them is big, bro. Like, especially right now, bruv, the midfield. And bruv, when I watch Jesus, bro, when I watch Arsenal, bruv, like Gabriel Jesus,
he gets injured. It's a myth.
He's the only player, when I'm watching Arsenal, I'm just like, cool. Like, he's the difference today. There's been loads of times, bruv, this season where Gabriel Jesus has been the difference, bro, between you lot looking good and you man looking like the same team as last season, bro. One player. Thomas Partey, you can't rely on anyway. Martinelli's hot and cold.
8-9 games on the spin. We have to. I like the guy with ability and that, but it's time to give up on that. I can't bet on your fitness. You've cost 45 million. You've played 8-9 games on the spin since you've been here. You can't.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you look at it. Saka started the season extremely poorly. Martinelli. What's he done?
He ain't scored, but I can't lie, man. I've been fighting Arsenal fans over that.
Deluded. He hasn't looked good in any game.
He's missed 2 silly chances.
No, but it's not even goals, bro. It's not even goals, bruv. Like, he don't look like a good footballer, bruv.
That's harsh.
If you never,
he did all right. Still, that's harsh.
Listen, he don't look like a good footballer this season, bro. You're still letting him off because he had a decent season last season, and also. That man's even spoken to Arsenal fans, and a lot of them have said to me, real talk, because he kind of dug you lot up, when you were shit. You man are kind of letting him off, blood. You know
fuck them other Arsenal fans, man.
Him and Smith Rowe, because him and Smith Rowe, dug you man out the fire,
But this is where these Arsenal fans chat shit, because they sent for Saka and Smith Rowe before they did that. They're sending for Smith Rowe now. Saka needs to score an assist, but I have to call it as I see it. He needs to score. He should have scored yesterday. But in terms of the pressing, in terms of the defensive work, in terms of getting in the right positions, you're doing the right things. You need to play a lot better, but you're doing the right things. If you're playing shit, I don't owe no one nothing. I don't care about these guys individually. I just care about top 4. If there was a right winger that could talk to Saka in that squad as there should be, needs to get dropped, but I don't think he's playing.
But this is the argument. This is the argument. When he didn't have better players around him, like the Jesuses and stuff like that, he looked better, bro. What I'm saying is now Arsenal have leveled up here, not massively, but there's better players in the squad now. he is no longer your best player, yeah. And
that's what we wanted. Let these young guys be
but
young 20-year-olds, bro.
Like, I hear that you don't want it, but then he shouldn't, bruv. Like, if you're relying on him, yeah, for the whole season at right wing, blood, in my opinion, it's long.
And this is where, you know, when I look at the injuries with centre mid, where you look at what you just said with right wing, this is where I'm not necessarily away from how you've played. I'm not going to get at the players. I'm not going to get at the fans. That's on Edu and Arteta. You lot made this squad. We have, like you said, but I'm pretty sure if you go through all your streams last year, we said the same things about injuries. If you don't learn from your previous mistakes, you're an idiot. Like, so any problems that we have with injuries and knock-on effects and whatnot, we're in, and the issues we face, this is where them two have to be held accountable. I like that you tried to get a winger. I somewhat like in the last two windows how we're not just trying to sign players for the sake of it, but we tried only goes so far. If I try to pass a test and I don't pass, I don't get that qualification. So it only goes so far. And that the blame has to be on them. No one can get our owners as well. There's been bread. You know, you lot were ready to spend. Obviously, you wanted Barcelona and then Chelsea, but you was ready to spend 50-odd million on Rafinha. So you must have. There has to have been wingers of all various different levels, and that. I know we brought in Marquinhos and that, but yeah, man, we're in issues.
No, I hear you, brother. No, brother, listen, you man watched the Arsenal game yesterday, bro. Martinelli scored yesterday, but bro, Martinelli on his day looks dangerous, blood. Like dangerous. He don't look like that every game, though. He's mad inconsistent, bro, in terms of his level of performance. Man can tell me he's not, because he's a player that I rate, blood. I think he's one of Arsenal's best players when he's on it, bro. When he's on it and he's cooking, he's dangerous. But sometimes he's looking wavy, sometimes he's kind of looking a bit like, I wouldn't say disinterested, but it just looks all over the place.
You know what it is with him? He looks like he needs to be gassed up. Like he needs to be gassed. Like the atmosphere has to be right for him, because he kind of does. I think he started the season well. You know, he played off the left in pre-season. He's made that his own, which is bad news for Smith Rowe or anyone else. I think he's done all right. I'd say the only thing with him, and as you know, once you get to this, your technical level isn't going to be too refined, but I think it needs to refine a bit. I think the decision making needs to improve. I think he does that young player thing for us on a couple of times where we're chasing games, trying to get into it, where it's not that you're trying to be the star, but you're shooting all the time where you don't necessarily just keep a cool head, really. Them sort of things there, man. But he started off well, man. He's probably one of our players of the month, really.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, man said you took to tell me about their age, bruv. I know how old they are. I don't give a shit, bruv. Like Deluded will tell you, bro. Do you know what I mean? If you're good enough, you're old enough, bro.
Simple.
It's that simple. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, I say, no, they're 21 years old. Man. But that's what I'm saying. Man, I say, no, 21 years old and that, bruv. No one says that about Mbappe and them, man, there, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? No one says, oh, man's only 22 and that. Bruv, I don't care, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, we just signed a 22-year-old right winger, bro. If he's not playing well, you're never gonna hear me say, "Oh, he's 22 years old." I don't give a shit how old he is. This brother's been playing Champions League football for the last couple of years. Like, it's not about his age, bruv. Do you know what I mean? It's either man's good enough and he's performing, or he's not, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the same goes for Sanchez as well. Sanchez he's a kid as well, bruv. He's 21, 22. Bruv, you never heard me mention his age. Never, because it's not important. It's either he's playing well or he's not playing well. Man need to stop this bullshit age thing. Vinny's 22, bro. Like, man need to stop this age nonsense, bro. Football's a young man's game, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Haaland's 22. Man scored 2 hat-tricks in a row. Was man saying he's only young? Bruv, I don't want to hear this, he's only young. It's either man's mashing work or he's not. That's it.
It's fair enough, really.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about chip players. Like,
but
this is what I'm saying. High expectations.
And the thing is, remember, I support Man United. I've seen it with Rashford. When our team as a whole was shitter, Rashford was one of them players that all the fans were hanging their hat on. And now, Pravin, he don't get in our best team, bro, because we've leveled up.
I used to catch a lot of corn for that. I remember vividly the Rashford thing where...
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, bro?
Shit, but yeah, man.
Bro, and now, all of a sudden, the team's leveled up. Rashford don't get in our best team no more. It's not like he's gotten shitter. It's just that, bro, the team that he's playing in is a lot better. So now you're seeing all his deficiencies more, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Saka's a decent player, but he ain't got no competition on that right-hand side.
And that's the thing.
He should have competition, bro. You saw Pepe.
Where you look at Saka, where you look at Xhaka, and where you look at Ramsdale, they're the only ones that I can say, unless a madness happens, you probably won't lose your spot in the team. Matt Turner's not talking to Ramsdale. Xhaka's playing well for all his faults, and there's no one that's going to talk to him. That's probably a gift or a curse in itself. As you said, there's no winger there really, and there's no excuses in it. Like, this is, you know what you needed to do in the summer. You know what, obviously you can't do everything. I'm sure your club, my club, Chelsea, everyone, some have done more than others. Some would have liked to have done, but there's no excuses. Once the window shuts, you've got to use what you have, really and truly.
Yeah, no, 100%. A man saying Arsenal didn't want to pay the 50 million for Neto, bro. Honestly, like, if you're ambitious, yeah, and you want to finish in the top 4 and you want to play Champions League football, should have just paid the money. I'll be honest. Do you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that's got to concern Arsenal fans, bro, because it's like, cool, I understand you, man, have your favorites, but football is a squad game, bruv. Football is a squad game. You need competition for places all over the pitch.
They wanted more than 50 mil, so it's gonna get mad. Like, it's gonna get mad unless there's a guarantee that Neto, I'm having Neto. If it really is 50 mil, I'm having that. But unless we've been down the street, your club, my club, spending money. If spending money was that, we'd be wavy again. If as long as man have scouted and they know that 100% the quality is gonna match, go and do it. That's the only thing I'll give Arteta and they do, that they haven't spent sometimes where he didn't. Club wanted to spend the bag on 70 million for, is that we may have missed out on Jesus if that was the thing, really. So that I do agree with that. And again, one thing that I find a problem with Arsenal, obviously we was the third choice for Rafinha with Barcelona and Chelsea, and you know, there was the Paquetas and things. No one wants to sell good players. Like, no one wants to sell good players, so you have to give them something that they can't reject. And I think that's when we try to do the penny pinching thing, or we'll do it, structure the payments in a certain way where we're going to fall short. So if you're not going to do that, you need to be able to scout half of these household names before they become these guys. Like what? Anthony just went to United for silly money. Ajax had to have found him somewhere in Brazil. Do you find these guys before them breakout things happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
100%. 100%, bro. And that's what it comes down to, what your overall goals are as a football club. Do you know what I mean? Fuck what they tell you. Look at what your club are doing and you'll see exactly what they're on. Because that's what I've had to do for years. So when man said I'm moving pessimistic with Arsenal, it's not even pessimistic, bro. I was the same way with my own football club, because I'm a smart guy, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And football is like anything in life, bro. If you want to find out your club's ambition, yeah, fuck what they tell you, yeah. Look at what they're actually doing. Look at what they're actually doing. And it's the same with people as well. People can apologize to you. Fuck an apology, bro. Talk is cheap, bro. Your behavior shows me exactly how you feel about man. It doesn't matter. There's nothing you can say to me. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea are out here throwing money at everything, but at least they're spending money. The reason why they're spending money, yeah, is because, yeah, they want to be at the top and they want to compete. That is why they're spending that kind of money. So it's all well and good being linked with players like Neto and stuff like that. But if you're not willing to spend the money, bro, then that tells me, yeah, that your club don't really want to compete, bruv. So when a lot of you fans are getting giddy, yeah, and you're running your mouths, yeah, you got higher standards for your club than your actual club have for themselves.
Much like every football club at this moment, man. They're not. But I don't think a single football club is as ambitious as the fans at all.
But this is it. Especially this is it. That's what I'm saying. City for sure. But then again, look at City. They've had more outs than ins, bro. But it's methodical with Man City.
Yeah, their thing set different, man. That's the, I don't know, that's the kind of approach I want to look at. Because when you look at Cucurella, Jorginho, Fred, there's several, maybe even Ronaldo, there's several targets they're linked with, and they're prepared to walk away. Alexis Sanchez, they're prepared to not get involved and do things differently a bit.
Because they believe in their manager and they believe in the process that they've built in it, which is fair enough. Do you know what I mean? You look at Chelsea right now. They're going to spend over 300 million in the window because they're ambitious, bro. Like, even though I think that the money is not being spent well,
like, it was all spent on trash, man.
I don't think the money they're spending is going to make that much of a difference. I'll be completely honest, because they're not spending it in the right areas or on the right profile of players either, but at least they're trying a thing. Do you know what I mean? Man United have spent some good money this window, bro, and we've strengthened all in areas that the fans have been complaining about. So I'm very happy with my transfer window. We need a striker. Like, I want Ronaldo out. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's going to happen because nobody wants him.
Ronaldo's still catching them strays, man.
Yeah, bruv, nobody wants Ronaldo. Nobody wants him. Do you know what I mean? But the bottom line is, I can see with my club now, yeah, my manager's been backed. So it's one of them ones where, like, when I'm looking at this Man United squad now compared to the squad last season, bro, it's not 1 or 2 players, bro. It's 4 or 5 players. Like, and they're all going into the starting lineup.
And
all
the comments you just said there, I think they kind of echo Arsenal, and this is why now Arteta, if you don't get, obviously context isn't goalpost change, but if you don't put a significant fight for top four, there's issues. Because just like you said, your manager's been back, mine has. Of course, your manager probably wanted a couple of more names or positions or whatever, like mine hasn't been done, but the bulk of it has been done. You've added Zinchenko and Jesus, which they're luxuries to have. I don't think we've played it smart enough in midfield, which we could have. But maybe that 20 million you spent on Fabio Vieira could have been spent on, and I'm not criticizing it, on a more organic sort of centre midfielder. So there's no time for excuses really. And Arteta keeps saying, I'm happy with my squad. And for me, as much as I like what Arteta is doing, you've been through this now. You know, when Arsenal, when everybody's fit, when everything's going well, we can give a lot of teams. We didn't win, but we gave City a game. It's when players are injured. It's when the Sakas and these guys are not doing their dirts. It's when the fixture pile up. This is when I'm going to see if you really learned your lesson, because we was playing in one competition last season, really, and we went out the other ones at the first sort of hurdle. Before that, we had Europa League. As you know as well, you've got the World Cup as well, which again, I don't know the knock-on effects that's going to have. So
yeah,
there's a lack of sympathy if there's any derailing of the season with injuries for me.
No, I hear that, and that's what's going to be a pivotal factor in this season: injuries before and after, and even during the World Cup. So the teams with depth, and you always have to look at who's your next in line, bro. As much as I hate Luke Shaw, bro, I don't mind that he's my backup left back, because I don't mind him doing a job for a few games here and there, but I'm just glad he's not my number one left back no more. You know, like that. So if he comes in for a game or two, that's fine. Do you know what I'm saying? Do a job, bro. But those are the kind of players that you should have as your number two, not your number one.
See, and that's the problem. That's the problem with Arsenal last year. Like, there was times, even though Tavares is a loose cannon, when Tavares, Holding, even Cedric, El Nene, they all came in. Like when we beat you, like El Nene was there. They can do a thing on a couple of occasions. When you start needing them to play and the romance of football isn't there, like at Spurs away and Newcastle, you sign up for certain things. It's a myth.
But this is
that's what I'm saying. I've got no sympathy. I've got sympathies for Arteta and Edu. This isn't one of them. If there is issues,
no, 100%. Exactly. So now, man, just need to wait and see what happens. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what you have to wait and see what happens, because football is a very unpredictable game, and like man said, it's all about the backup, bro. You let go of your backup, your backup right winger.
We knew that.
And so what? So you've got like a young Brazilian youth that plays right wing, innit? So I guess what, are you going to be relying on him?
He's clearly a development player. He's clearly, for me, they signed him in the summer. They said, if you show us something, you play in Europa League, you might get to play Prem. We'll revisit your situation in January. You look at the Pepe scenario, and maybe they're, you know, even before Pepe, going back to Rafinha, we was trying to go for a winger. But the Pepe thing, a bit like Ainsley Maitland-Niles going to Southampton, where that's a centre mid and right winger bodies, respectfully. It's a bit like Aubameyang in January when we tore it up without 100% knowing who is getting Vlahovic or whoever is linked with them. So I don't think it's a thing, really and truly. You know, I don't think that's their factor. They're aligned with their project. They're trying to clear the finances and do what they're doing. So I don't even think it's a thing like that. I think they're willing to bet on other stuff, really. It's crazy.
Matisse, you telling me, bro?
Bro, why's my got a shirt on?
Man, I got the tie on, brother, and a Ralph Lauren shirt. You know, this guy's dressed for deadline day. You know what I mean? He's going to pick up Aubameyang from the airport. You telling me, bro?
Yo, man, I'm just trying to enjoy myself, man. I have to laugh. I have to make the people laugh, because my team's making me laugh, man. And I know you, man, are probably gonna grill me in it. So I thought, let me just turn up smart.
It's a humble thing, man.
Now, yeah, man, I'm coming in. What are you doing, bruv? You are just running around with a duffel bag full of money, just seeing who would take it, blood. What is going on?
Bro, that's what we're doing, bro. Bro's got cash. Do you know what I mean? He's just got cash to spend. He tried to get that Croatian centre back for 100 million or 90 million euros. He's doing everything, man. He's doing everything. So yeah, it's long.
Nah, but what is going on? You tried to get the guy. They rejected 90 million from you, like, when the guy's got a buyout clause or something next season, bro. What is going on? Football's in a weird space right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I can't make sense of that deal. By the time you go to even like talk about it, report it, it's already not happening, or it's already over. So it's like you can't even keep up. Aubameyang, now we're going for Depay, Alvarez.
Yeah, but they're saying that Depay ain't really an option. You're trying to get the Aubameyang deal over the line. That's the priority. They said that you've spoken about Depay. Do you know what I mean? But that's because you were talking about Aubameyang. You know what I mean? So Barca probably saying, "Oh, well, he's for sale as well. Do you man want him as well?" Like they're just trying to clear out all the dross, blood. Like they just want to get rid of players.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to terminate his contract, so of course, like their reporting is going to be skewed in it, and they're going to try and push him as much as possible and try and see if they can get rid of him 100%. So, but I don't know, man. Anything can happen. Like Pulisic, when he came on the other day, he looked like he wanted to leave really badly. So they might just bring in Depay just so they can let Pulisic leave, like wherever he wants.
Ain't that Ziyech meant to be cutting back to Holland?
He is, yeah. But Ziyech, I don't think will happen now because Ajax are moving mad stingy, which is crazy considering you guys just
they're up now.
They're really up. So yeah, man, it's crazy. I just wore this tie just to see what the chat would say in terms.
Hold on, bruv. What Marcelo? not Brazilian Marcelo.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently Brazilian Marcelo.
To where? Yeah. To who? Oh, you're taking the piss. Don't make me laugh. What do you mean? What do you mean? To Leicester?
1 year loan.
Nah, this is mad.
1 year deal.
Who said that?
You mean the best left back in football history is gonna sign for Leicester?
It's a payday thing, man. It's a payday
bro, thing. That's the Edgar Davids to Barnett and that. Bro, what's going on?
Bro, Bellerin's going to Barcelona. Do you know how weird that is? He's upgrading like from Betis to Barca.
Yeah, I don't know what Bellerin's on, but hopefully he learns to take a throw in. Bellerin, you got my blessing, man. I mean, it's a terrible precedent to be ripping up contracts and all of these things, but it'd be very stupid for Arsenal to sit there with him on 100 bags a week, where in Arteta's mind, he's played no part. He's probably our third choice right back, even rightly or wrongly. Cedric's ahead of him, White's ahead of him, Tomiyasu's ahead of him. It's a dangerous game, man. And obviously, Barca will end up selling him like with Aubameyang in a couple of thingies. So it's a bit amateurish. As much as the resources and clearing out the old regime, I'm here for it. It's a bit silly. It's a bit of a terrible precedent. As much as I don't rate Bellerin, I do think if he was at another club, they might have got a fee, or dare I say, a decent fee for him. It's a terrible precedent, man. But Bellerin's gone, innit?
I think sometimes you do need to do that. Like, you don't want to do it too often, but sometimes some contracts you just got to rip up.
Doing it a lot. And there's no guarantee we're going to stop. Like, look at next season. You know what? 2024, there's no guarantee Pepe is going to stay at Nice on loan. Pablo Mari, you hope Monza stay up, so they have an obligation to buy. There's no guarantee. Cedric's going to be there. I hope Cedric leaves, but I don't get the vibe he's in any rush to leave. You might just sit there and say, let's terminate them deals like Bellerin. If you can terminate the deal of someone on 100 bags, where apparently Bellerin is wavering certain fees to force through a move, then it's calm. But it's happening far too often. And as much as I like what Arteta and Edu are doing, what sales have we really done? Joe Willock, all right, cool. That was decent money to Newcastle. I don't know if Edu was there when we sold Emi Martinez to Villa, where he had a year left, didn't want to stay. Apart from that, there's not really too many good sales there, really. And especially when you've got academy players getting pumped out and things, again, Ainsley Maitland-Niles is nothing to write home about. When we beat Liverpool in the Community Shield, Wolves bidded from 20 million. Should have taken that. Now look, you've extended his contract by a year to let him go out on loan. That's another one until 2024. This is where you're getting yourself in. So
this has been a strange window, blood.
It don't make no sense, man.
I can't lie. This whole thing's been a bit booky, fam. You know what
it's only gonna get worse, man. There could be some other dodgy stuff. It will be sale, but was a Wobie under Edu and Arteta? I don't think it was. I could be wrong. I don't think it was still. I don't think it will. We went Everton under them, man. He might have if he did. Shout out him.
Yeah, exactly. There is still time for this shit to get even weirder, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
When you see this Marcelo Leicester thing, I haven't seen this.
I don't know, but bro, it's gonna get weirder, bro.
I don't know if the sources are. I don't even know, man. I don't even know if they're 30, but
what did you man think of the Liverpool midfielder that came in as well?
Yeah, I was laughing, lad. Man,
Rance was dying.
Liverpool are dusted.
I'm with the Brazilian bias still, but
Liverpool are dusted, bro. Like, I'm so happy to see them suffering, bro. Because these men be talking all the smoke, bro. You go on Twitter, these men are chatting bare shit. It's like you signed Arthur, blood. Like, after all this talk, like, Klopp was like, oh, if the right player becomes available, we'll do something. And then you sign Arthur, blood. Now, you're a fucking joker, bruv. You're a joke, man, blood. Hey, bruv, this is what it is, man. You man hold that. You know what I mean? They got to hold that, fam. It's going to be a long season for them, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So now, hold tight them, man, there, bro. I can't lie, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing them suffer even more, because even that game yesterday, bro, like, lucky, fuck man. Me.
So lucky.
All these Liverpool fans showing stats and all the fuck your stats, bro. Stats never tell the full story of a game. Do you know what I mean? Just because you had like fucking 65, 70% of the possession, that don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean a damn thing. Possession don't equal wins, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of them ones, but that's just not how football works, bro. That means you had more of the ball, but bro, Newcastle might never go in there to try and outplay you at Anfield. You know what I'm saying? They would never come in to try and outplay you.
Yeah.
So what did you expect? Like, Newcastle got robbed, bro, and they had a goal disallowed that was contentious. There's a very contentious one.
Yeah,
you get me?
Like
You know, like that. If that game was at St. James's, that goal stands, bruv.